Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist here. Had a couple of thoughts on this fanaticism with kits these days. Kits are a good thing. That's my first thought. Second thing is kits are a bad thing. Now let me explain. Everybody gets emails that says, hey, you have to add these 50 kits to your bag or these 50 things to your kit before the end of the world. Otherwise, you're going to die within a week. That's not always the case. While those emails are good, while the YouTube videos that talk about kits and everything are decent, while all this information that we're gathering up these days is good information, you have to use them as a baseline. You have to decide what is needed for you and your family or your persons or your group to add to your kit. Now let me explain. So as you go through this list of items, if it's not something that you can use, an example is a recent student had a fire striker and they didn't know how to use it. After going through the process of how to use it and what to use it on and how to extend out the fire and how to enhance the fire of it itself, that person came away going, you know what, I can add this to my kit because it's beneficial. Not to mention the lighter may run out of fluid. But the rest of it comes down to is am I going to add something from a West Coast list for the East Coast and vice versa? Am I going to add something from the mountains to somebody that lives on the beach? Am I going to add something from somebody that lives from the beach into the mountain list? Not always is that the case. You also have to decide on the weight of it. And I know my buddy Jimmy Rance has actually talked about the weight of packs and the sizing of packs and things of that nature. Great video. Go check it out. He's got some great information on that. Jimmy Rance. Anyway, as you go through these lists and as you go through these things, are you going to add that specific item to your list? Well, there's a couple of different thoughts in that. Number one is, are you going to add an additional item, or are you going to add that item at all? Now, I know and understand the, two is one is none. I do understand that. I fully agree with it and fully understand it. However, if that second one, that second item, is going to add an additional 15 pounds to your bag, that's not something necessarily that you want to do. You again have to decide what to do and how to do and what's going to be beneficial for yourself. So keep that in mind. Start with a baseline, then decide whether you want to add to it or not. Maybe you want to upgrade your kit or upgrade something that's in your kit. I look at an example of a small 1-inch fire striker to maybe a 10-inch. So those types of things are considerable for upgrades. Or do I want to replace the fire striker itself with 5 lighters? You have to decide. By the way, just keep that in mind in everything that you do. Keep in mind that all the listing, all the lists that you can make in the world, you just need to be safe and you need to know how to use it. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of hurt when the world ends, or if the world ends, or if you're in a situation in which you need the things out of your bag. So that's just my thoughts. So until then, till the next time, use your instincts to survive.